Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to another Vita live session. Vita, whatever you want to call it. My name is Pedro Avila, and I am your physical health coach here at Vita. Um, you might be wondering, what do we do? Vita is basically a online clinic helping people with back pain by retraining your body and your mind. Okay, so I am your body coach. Daryl is your mind coach, and together we'll help you get out of pain naturally. Okay, and I'm here today to talk about something that might be a little uncomfortable to hear, but it's critical for your recovery. Yeah, but before we dive in, I just want to acknowledge something. Okay, if you are taking pain medication right now, look, I get it. Okay, sometimes that's all you can do, and this is what you need to get through your day. Okay, when your back is screaming and you can barely function, these pills are often the only thing standing in between you and a complete breakdown. So you're not weak for taking them, and I am not here to shame you at all. So you do you, yeah. But I just want to share some truths that you might not know. Okay. I am here to share some uncomfortable truths that your doctor probably hasn't told you about those pills, and what they are actually doing to your pain. And more importantly, what is keeping you trapped in this cycle. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm seeing with so many of you and most of my clients too. You've been on pain medication for months, maybe years. You started with a lower dosage, and that worked for a while, but then you needed more and more and then more. And despite taking all these pills religiously, your pain isn't actually getting better. It might even be getting worse. You're scared to reduce your medication because the pain will flare up and leaves you stuck. Okay. If this sounds familiar, raise your hand. Okay. Well, I just want to tell you that you are not alone. Okay, so research shows that 1 in 10 people with back pain on back pain treatments, 1 in 10 back pain treatments are actually effective. So 1 in 10 feels better with a back pain treatment. And yet we keep reaching for the same solutions that aren't working. Pill is easy, it's fast, it literally just cuts the signal from your brain to your body. That's why you don't feel pain. But whatever is happening there that is causing your pain in the first place remains there. Okay? I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into it. So here's the part that is going to be hard to hear. Those pills that you think are helping you might actually be making your pain worse. Make sense? So those pills that you are taking might actually be making your pain worse. So there's a condition called, I'm gonna butcher this, but it is what it is. Opioid induced hyperalgesia. Yeah. It's when your pain medication literally makes you more sensitive to pain, not less. Your brain starts to create pain signals even when there's no tissue damage. Like I said before, if you break a bone, okay, your bone will heal in just over 12 weeks. Okay, that's a bone. When it comes to tissues and ligaments and tendons and stuff, it some might take a little longer, but on average, tissues in a human body, they can heal in between 12 and 16 weeks. So if you've been experiencing pain for more than 16 weeks, it's not just physical, it's here in your brain. So think about it. If these medications that you've been taking were truly fixing your back pain, wouldn't you be getting better by now? But instead, you're taking more pills, feeling more pain, and becoming more fearful to movement. The research shows that people on long-term pain medication can develop increased pain sensitivity in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, this very thing you're taking to reduce pain is actually turning up the pain volume. Make sense? Now let's dive a little bit deeper into the education behind it. Okay, so let me explain what is actually happening in your body. So when you take opioid pain medication regularly, your nervous system adapts. Your body adapts to anything you do. That's how we thrive as human beings in society. Okay. To counterbalance the medication that you're taking, your body starts to produce more pain chemicals to balance out the medication. And when the medication wears off, yeah, you're left with a system that is hypersensitive to pain. Now, this creates three problems. One, your tolerance. Okay, you're going to need more medication for the same relief. Hyperalgesia, which is the problem two. Your pain sensitivity will increase because you're taking more medication. Make sense? And third, dependency. Your body becomes dependent on the medications to function. Make sense? So the research is clear. Patients experiencing these conditions, yeah, describe their pain as spreading to new areas, becoming more intense, and feeling different from the original pain. Does that sound familiar? Now, meanwhile, studies show that known pharmacological approaches, like, for example, exercise, movement therapy, hypnotherapy, and addressing the root causes are actually more effective for persistent back pain. But nobody talks about this because there's no money in telling you to move more or take less pills. Yeah. So give you what your body needs and your body will recover. Okay. Don't try to shortcut. Okay. Do what it needs, and your body is always trying to communicate with you. Okay. Um, so but how do we break free from this trap? So yeah, what's the way out? I'm going to give you the action plan. Okay, so first, and this is critical, okay, do not stop your medication cold turkey. Okay, work with your doctor on a gradual tapering plan. Okay, so slowly reducing the dosage while you are implementing movement. Okay, which is actually my second. Second, start addressing the real causes of your pain. Movement. Your back needs motion, not protection. Let me dive a little deeper here. What do you mean by protection, Pedro? So, all right, my hand, okay? If I keep my hand open like this for a whole month without closing it, okay, don't you agree with me that my fingers, yeah, will start to harden up? Yeah. So next time, in a month's time, when I decide to close my hand, because they are tighter, it's gonna hurt to close my hand. Yeah. Why? Because I haven't moved all the tendons and ligaments and muscles on my fingers for over a month. So there was no exchange. Okay. So when I move a muscle, okay, what happens here? If you press your skin like this, yeah, you see that white spot, and now there's blood rushing in. Okay, so when you make a movement, your body sends blood to that muscle. Okay, in the blood, you will find nutrients, you're going to find oxygen. Okay, in exchange, your muscle pushes out waste products. Okay, so this is how a healthy muscle functions. Comes in nutrients in blood, and oxygen, and out waste products. This is the exchange. Now, when you stop moving, there's no exchange. all you get left with is waste products, and they build up. Over time, it becomes inflamed. What is that? Your brain thinks it's unsafe to move. And every time you try to do something, oh, it hurts. So you don't move. And then you try to move, oh, hurts. You don't move anymore. This is the perfect analogy to your back. When you hurt your back, we tend to, doctors tell us just to sit the fuck down and chill and rest. Yeah. Avoid movement for the first week or so because it will die down. The pain will succeed. But then because we're scared to move, yeah, and because it hurts when we move less and less. There's no exchange. There's a lot of waste products building around your lower back, and lower back is a very important part of your lower body. It's what connects your upper body to your lower body. So there are hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but like dozens of muscles and tendons and ligaments connecting to make sure everything's working and functioning. Okay, there's a lot of mobility in that area there. When you stop using all these muscles supporting your spine, you start to build imbalances downstream, so below your spine, around the hips, and upstream on your back. And now because that hasn't been moved in a while, now there's a lot of inflammation, there's a lot of instability around it, and your brain thinks, that area is not safe anymore. So it's going to heighten up, yeah, the senses. So every time you try to move, because your brain thinks it's unsafe, what is the pain? The pain is your brain poking you, telling you, don't move because you might get injured. It's unsafe. So if you've been experiencing pain for more than 16 weeks, your brain could be the culprit. Your brain don't think it's safe to move. So it doesn't matter how many stretches you do, how much strength training you do. If your brain don't think it's safe, your back will not heal. And pills, you're basically just shutting the communication between your brain and your back. You know where that goes, okay? So that's what I mean by your back needs more motion, not protection, okay? Strength, weak muscles create instability and pain. Nervous system regulation, stress and fear amplify pain signals, okay? So that's why at Vita, we created this product to retrain your brain, how your brain is processing pain, and how your body is processing pain, and then how they are communicating with each other, okay? So you've got to let your brain know that it's safe to move, and you've got to lower the pain signals. And we do that with movement, with mind exercises, with hypnotherapy. Make sense? Okay, so third point, okay, understand that temporary discomfort during medication reduction is not the same as your original back pain getting worse. It's withdrawal, so it will pass. So if you do decide to speak with your doctor and tape off the medication and increase mind, body retraining, okay, lower medication, increase exercises, okay, you will feel discomfort in a short time, okay? Again, this is just withdraw from the medication. This will too pass. Cool? If I wanted you to have something from this live call is one thing. Pain medication masks symptoms. Movement and strengthening fix the causes. Okay? What I mean by movement and strengthening is body and mind. So your homework this week, have an honest conversation with your doctor about your medication and start incorporating 10 minutes of gentle movements daily. Your future pain self will thank you from taking action right now. Okay? Now, you know there are hundreds of exercises on the internet, and you don't really know who to trust or what to do, or we've got so many free resources, okay, that we can give you for free. So if you want body and mind exercises, just comment down below here, I want, and I'm gonna send it to you for free. You don't need to give email addresses, you don't need to do anything. Just do the exercises. If they serve you, if you feel better, amazing. We've got a step 2, 3, 4, 5 in the process. If they don't, if they don't work, it's fine. You tried. But according to our experience, between 85 and 90% of people who do these exercises, they feel better. They find relief. They don't need to rely as much on pills. Okay? Like I said, so if you've got any questions, just drop down in the comments. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Okay, we're doing now bi-weekly. If we've got more people on board and really interacting and asking questions and doing the exercises, we come back to weekly sessions. But in the meantime, we're still building this business, this program, this thing, me and Daryl. We're going to go bi-weekly. Okay, so thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. And stop. See you guys later.